Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Travel South in Atlanta, and I'm delighted to have Wit Tuttell in front of me, who is the main man in North Carolina. Will, you've undergone some issues recently, particularly climate issues, which have, done a lot of damage. How are you recovering?
Yeah, it's this Hurricane Helen. The damage was catastrophic in some areas. I've been dealing with hurricanes for most of my life. Never seen anything like this. It was really, really heavy damage in some areas, but some areas weren't touched at all. And a lot of areas that were damaged are recovering quickly. So we're actually in really good shape for about 90% of Western North Carolina. All our ski areas are opening. Cities like Asheville have just about everything back open and are rolling and ready to go. There's a few little towns and a few minor roads that still have that aren't open. So what we recommend is people coming over, they check with visitnc.com or they call their accommodation in advance.
So the travel and tourism industry is like a big global family. We all try to support each other. What's the best way that travel agents, tour operators, and even consumers who may be watching this broadcast, how is the best way to help North Carolina at the moment?
Yeah, the best way they can help is bring the business. You know, what we don't want, we've had an environmental disaster. We don't want an economic disaster on the backside of that. There's a lot of businesses that have crawled and clawed their way back into business. They've taken 4 feet of mud out of their floors, gotten the power back, gotten the business back open. And we don't want them to then lose the business because nobody comes. They think it's not safe to come. People really want this to come back. In Western North Carolina, the key to the economy there is tourism. So people coming back would be really helpful. If they can't come back, they could also donate. There are a couple of sites out there. We have one called shopwnc.com where you can kind of do a virtual visit and buy something from one of the shops online or donate to some of the shops. So either come see us in Western North Carolina or donate.
Okay, let's have a 45-second pitch for North Carolina. If I was to come, what could I enjoy?
Wow, the beauty of North Carolina is the diversity of the state. We have some of the most undeveloped beaches on the coast in the entire United States. The only place where we have 3 capes. We have stretches of 40, 50 miles, completely undeveloped beach. It's the beaches where Blackbeard the pirate lived and was killed. You can go to places like that. Graveyard of the Atlantic, 2,000 shipwrecks. You can dive on a German U-boat. So the coast is truly amazing and unique in the Outer Banks, that area, so where the Wright brothers did their first flight. Then you can come across to the Piedmont area, the central part of the state. It's where NASCAR has its home in Charlotte. Great restaurants, great breweries, lots of craft beer, where the leading craft beer state in the South. You can enjoy great North Carolina barbecue, a tradition there. And the reason NASCAR, our American racing sport, has its home in North Carolina is because of moonshine. And those were the guys up in the foothills of the mountains that would create illegal alcohol and have to drive it down really fast, faster than the law could. Those guys started racing each other, and that became NASCAR. But when you get up into the mountains, you get moonshine. You've got the ancestral home of the Cherokee Indian, one of the few places where they're actually on the land where they believe the Cherokee people started. You have the Blue Ridge Parkway, America's favorite drive. It's a 400-mile highway on top of the mountains, amazing scenic overlooks, and you have lots of great, beautiful attractions and unspoiled nature in some of the highest mountains in the eastern United States.
No golf.
I missed golf. You're right. Do I still have time on my 45 seconds?
Yeah, I think you're up to 45 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, carry on.
Then in the middle of the state there, we have this place called Pinehurst that is really unique because Donald Ross, the world's greatest golf course designer, lived there. And you can actually see his house, and you can go on the course that he perfected, that he lived on, number 2, plus a bunch of other courses. They now have 10 courses at Pinehurst, the home of American golf. The World Golf Hall of Fame has moved to Pinehurst, where it belongs, and just lots of great things to do and see. 400 golf courses across the state, mountains, coast. Pinehurst is really special.
Lovely. Well, thank you very much, and I'm glad you took the extra time. North Carolina obviously has that so much to offer. It can't be condensed into 45 seconds. Thanks very much.
Thank you for having me.